Hello, I'm Roy Whiffen, and this is Roy's Rant on the 5th, the 16th of the 5th. And I am very, very worried about what's going to happen here in Sugarland. And what I'm going to tell you, you're probably going to say, Roy, you're scaremongering. No, I am scared. I am literally scared. I'm scared because we've got a mayor who's spend, spend, spend. We've got various people in the council that are spend, spend, spend. And we've got a shortfall coming up that at the moment, no, good Lord, nobody has said how they're going to fix it. With our sales tax, we've lost tens of millions of dollars. We've got shops closed all over the place. We've got businesses shut down. We've got people going bankrupt because they haven't got a job. We've got things that are happening, like we're spending that 12.1 million on our road widening, which isn't going to do a thing. I've told you before that with the development going on further down Highway 6 in Missouri City, etc., anything that extra lane is going to give us is going to be taken up by the thousands of new cars that are going to be coming up and down there. There needs to be an overpass there to facilitate the stopping. The lights need to be linked so that once you hit a certain speed, you just keep going. You don't stop. Once again, we need something, if we're ever going to develop Track 5, we should be looking at relieving that area down there. And this all costs money, and we haven't got it. Now, there's a budget coming up at the moment, coming up at the end of the year. We've also got elections coming up at the end of the year. And this is something that you really, this year, as opposed to any other year, need to be taken very, very much notice of. We could find ourselves in dire, dire straits if you don't look and ask the questions. We should be asking the questions of our council members. We should be asking questions of our commissioners. We need to get rid of our judge, but we need to have answers to these questions as to where is the money coming from. And you know, if you don't say anything, it's going to come from you. They're just going to stick it on top. And we've already got bond after bond after bond. And I've told you before that Deceptive Dupree, our school superintendent, has told us he wants another $1 billion that for our schools coming up next year, which will be a 30-year bond, which means that your children and grandchildren will be paying that thing off. We've all just paid $1 billion. So once again, it goes down the road, and we are in the situation where we just can't fix it at the moment. And nobody's interested in fixing it. I have not heard one person so far say that they're going to, have a program that they can use to fix. I heard Herr Zimmerman, our city mayor, say the other day, "We will look after you." Not to put too fine a point on it, But during the Second World War, there were a lot of countries that said, we will look after you. And it went to hell in a handbasket. We don't need looking after. We need to have things that do for us. We can do for ourselves quite happily if you leave our money alone. We don't need you putting your hand in our pocket time after time after time. We've seen where it's gone. We've seen the marble statues and how you can spend millions of dollars. We've got a fountain down the end of Stadium Drive with all water going everywhere and multicoloured lights and everything. Looks beautiful. Why they stuck it there, I will never ever know. You could have a roundabout there. You didn't need something that cost that sort of money. You know, and then the other end of it, they put up the bridge that goes way, way up in the air. Why? There's no traffic going under it other than the railway. You didn't need it that high. You didn't need to spend that much money either. And then we've got the festival park. I wonder what we're going to celebrate this year. What do you think we could celebrate? The fact that we're screwed at the moment because everybody believed in a virus that isn't any more epidemic than any other virus we've had over the years, and yet the world was shut down, and you are still shut down, and you accept it. It's amazing. People have been like sheep this year. They're not standing up and saying, well, hold on a minute, let's look at the figures. And the figures do not add up. Yeah, in New York, they add up. And yet you've got somewhere like California that had more Chinese people coming in and out of it than any other state, and they haven't had the problems. I've put up figures this week on Facebook of different things that you can use as a comparison. We are not in any worse state with viruses than we've ever been before here in Texas. We aren't. And yet we're shut down. And all this thing about, you know, the masks. These ordinary masks, and unless you've got the, what is it, the one with 95, the surgical type mask with the little thing in the middle of it. If you just got an ordinary mask, it doesn't stop anything. And if you're just putting cotton around your face, you're wasting your time. In actual fact, you're causing problems because it keeps the CO2 in your lungs, which doesn't help you in any way, shape or form. So here in Sugarland, I am hoping that somebody soon is going to tell me how they're going to find a way to overcome these tens of millions of dollars that we are short for this coming budget. It's going to be interesting. You're going to see the truth. And plus the fact that, as far as I know, the city has not laid off one person. Not one person has been laid off. Oh, they're all important. No, they're not. And with that, I'll say goodbye and talk to you again soon. Bye.